This story is by Reddit user TumbleWeedPasses. I asked my friend, "What's the worst thing you've been through?" A few years ago, a friend of mine was caught up in a slew of messages from a time when smartphones weren't a big thing and email wasn't a feature on everyone's phones. This topic came up when we were discussing the worst thing we've ever gone through, and my friend went quiet before pulling out her phone to present the chain of emails. This is what she showed me. Sunday 5th of July at 14:53. From Helen PC to Mia Home. Subject: apologies. Hi Mia. Sorry I couldn't make it to the party yesterday. Won't go into details, but I had a really bad mental health day. Grant rushed me to the doctors, who prescribed me some new pills to try for 9 months and suggested I start therapy as soon as possible, which I'll hold off on until October as I'm busy. Hope you and the gang had a great time, and I've still got your present here for the next time I'm in town. Best wishes, Helen. Monday 6th of July at 12:17. From Helen PC to Mia Home. Subject: unlucky day. Hi Mia, you won't believe the weekend I've had. Me and Grant had a huge, very heated argument Sunday night while cooking, which resulted in me slapping him, something I've never done. But he was being so hostile towards me. I've never seen him look so evil. He locked himself in the study for the rest of the night, and I felt awful. Then on my way into work, a huge deer runs out in front of the car, and I swerve and hit a tree. Thankfully I'm fine, but the car's in bad shape, and Grant didn't even answer the phone, even though he works from home. I had to call work and ask to work from home for a while, whilst the car's being fixed. I'm hoping Bobby's garage can fix it, like the way they fixed yours when it went down that ditch. I'll figure out how to send you the dashcam footage of the deer once I get the car back. It was massive. I hope you're having a better time than me. Miss you, Helen. Tuesday the 7th of July at 17:04. From Helen PC to Mia Home. Subject: husband problem. Hi Mia, sorry to keep emailing. I know you're away this week, so I don't really expect a reply, but I need a friend's opinion. Grant has been off since our argument on Sunday. I understand what I did was very wrong, but I've apologised, and it wasn't very hard. He usually likes to cook us both dinner, but he's only been making food for himself. He's usually first in bed and last to get up, but now he just stays locked in his study all morning and evening. Then his hygiene has done a 180. He usually enjoys a shower every evening and keeps the house spotless, but now he leaves dishes and washing up for me, and he hasn't bathed since Sunday. He also whispers threats of violence in my ear when I'm doing something. Does your husband ever do this after a fight? Is this his way of getting back at me? I don't know what to do. He just looks at me with such evil in his eyes now. Chat soon, Helen. Wednesday 8th of July at 19:28. From Helen PC to Mia Home. Subject: human. Hi Mia. Just me again for the daily rant. It's a nightmare living out here without a car. I feel so isolated. What's worse is I'm trapped here with someone who's trying to make it as uncomfortable as possible. Grant has upped his game at trying to upset me. He's now taken to leaving dishes and food out until they begin to stink. I called him out on it, but he still just smiles and laughs with that same hateful expression. I've decided I'm not cleaning up after a grown man. If he wants to leave everything out to stink and live in a filthy house, then fine by me. He's the neat freak out of us. I don't know where this hateful malice has come from. There's no love in his eyes anymore. Hope you're enjoying your holiday. Send my love. Have fun, Helen. Thursday 9th of July at 18:47. From Helen PC to Mia Home. Subject: I'm getting a divorce. Hi Mia, I don't know how else to say it. Grant and I are planning on separation. I'm in tears as I write this. Things have been amazing for over 15 years, but one small, stupid fight is what is ending us. It happened earlier today. I finished my work and went downstairs to find yet more filthy dishes and food left out. I couldn't do it anymore. I tried to open the study, but as usual, he's locked it. I was furious and banged on the door. Grant ignored me, so I tried to pick the lock with a coin. I could hear Grant laughing at me, so in the end, I bashed the thin door down. He was sat in his office chair, looking towards me with his mouth wide with shock. The whole study smelled foul, where he hasn't washed for days in this boiling weather. I laid into him, and I told him that his behaviour has to stop or I'm leaving. He continued looking at me with his stupid expression, and I told him, I guess that answers that then, and walked out. I expected him to call me back or come after me, but he didn't. I've shut myself in my room since, crying non-stop. My once loving husband has never done anything like this before. I'm devastated. I've packed the bag and I'm leaving tonight. I'll see you soon. Regards, Helen. Sunday, 11th of July, at 21:49. From Mia Home to Amber Mobile. Subject: I'm worried about Helen. Hey Amber, sorry it's late back home. I'm currently at the airport in Greece on a public computer, but my flight's been delayed until tomorrow afternoon, so we're spending the night at a nearby cheap hotel. I'm very concerned about Helen. I've just seen the multiple emails that she has sent me through the week. I'll forward them to you now. I've tried calling her and Grant multiple times, but neither have picked up. If you're free, would you be able to drive up to see her and see if she's alright? She's quite vulnerable and usually Grant helps her with her mental health, but I'm not sure what's going on with them. Thanks. Lots of love, Mia. Saturday the 11th of July at 22:01. From Amber Mobile to Mia Home. Subject: I'll head up there. Evening, Mia. Hope you had a good trip. Yeah, that does seem a bit concerning. I'll head up to Helen's now. I'll keep you posted. Amber. Sunday the 12th of July at 16:12. From Amber Mobile to Mia Home. Subject: No subject. Mia, it's Amber. I need your help, please. I got to Helen's at around 11:30, and the front door was wide open. This was already concerning, as Helen and Grant always keep the front doors locked. I called out, but got no answer, so I went in. The whole house was hot, like the AC hadn't been on for ages, and the smell was horrific. There was food left out rotting in the living room, and the kitchen was a mess. I then walked down the hall, and the smell grew much worse. Then I walked into the study, and I couldn't believe what I saw. There was a rotting corpse sat at the desk, its head turned towards the door and its mouth wide open. I honestly can't get that image out of my head. I fled from the house and called the police. I stayed in my car at the driveway for hours, just wanting to see what was going on and if Helen was okay. I've been at the police station since last night. I showed them the emails you forwarded to me, which seemed to help them. The body in the study was Grant. They think he died from a stab wound in his neck from a small kitchen knife. But what I don't understand is they believe Grant has been deceased since last Sunday. How can that be if Helen was with him all week? The police even managed to speak to someone from Bobby's garage today, who gave them the dash cam. There was no deer, Mia. It just showed her suddenly swerve off the road and hit into a tree. They also found an empty box of pills on her bedside table, from the email she sent you. I don't remember what they were called, they had a long name. But whatever they were, the investigators said there was no way that a doctor would have prescribed someone these, as they were banned due to patients seeing demons and evil everywhere, and exasperating any symptoms they already had. The medication causes severe delusions and hallucinations, along with the strong side effects of paranoia and anxious moods. These pills basically alter your brain, essentially making side effects permanent, if taken for more than 3 months. They're not sure if it's a detrimental mix-up at the pharmacy or if the doctor needs investigating. They think Helen stabbed Grant and he locked himself in the study terrified, where he died. But she said she only slapped him, right? Oh God, Mia, tell me they're wrong. Nobody knows where Helen is, and from the empty pill box it's believed she packed all the medication with her, wherever she's gone. The police suggested you could have gone to yours from your last email, I don't know your address, so I'm not sure where to tell them to go. Please read this, Mia. Please don't go home. My friend Amber was in therapy for a long time after this event. Mia and her family managed to get an earlier flight home, meaning sadly Mia did not read Amber's email. Mia and her family didn't even make it into the house before Helen, under the influence of medication, emerged from the back garden with a large weed sickle and slaughtered the unexpecting family on their doorstep. Amber has since moved far away from the sleepy town which this experience took place. Helen has never been found.